Well, hello and welcome to Business Today Television. I am Chetan Bhutani. You must be wondering what really we are doing here. Well, the season for electric vehicles has really hottened up. We see the Tesla has come to town. We see Mahindra launching its new electric cars, and now we have a new Harrier EV, a new electric vehicle from the house of Tata Motors, really explaining what in-house, a powerhouse of a EV, Harrier EV could be. Well, to see the first looks of the Harrier EV, we see it's not much has changed. We see the same grille out there, little bit of changes towards the lower grille, towards the bumper which it sets. We see the lights really panning out of the previous 2023 version of what has been driving on the roads. But yes, now what we'll see is that is the Harrier EV the most powerful in-house, ingrown EV domestically manufactured in India? Does it offer the best features? Is it good to drive? Is it bad to drive? And what all nitty-gritties one has to take in mind while driving the Harrier EV. So let's have a look. I'm going to drive it around and I'm going to show you what really it's all about. Let's have a look at the all-new Harrier EV.
Tata Motors has launched the much-anticipated Harrier EV, its most advanced and powerful electric SUV to date. With prices ranging from 21.49 lakh rupees to 30.23 lakh rupees ex-showroom prices. Available in 5 variants: Adventure, Adventure S, Fearless Plus, Empowered and the top spec Empowered AWD. The Harrier EV combines strong performance with a modern feature set. It is offered with 2 battery pack options, a 65 kWh battery delivering 538 kilometers of MIDC certified range, and a larger 75 kilowatt per hour pack offering up to 627 kilometers in rear wheel drive configuration and 622 kilometers in all wheel drive configuration. On the design front, the Harrier EV sports connected LED DRLs at the front and similar treatment at the rear, lending it a futuristic look. It rides on aero-optimized 18-inch alloy wheels that improve efficiency, although it misses out on the plush door handles seen in the newer Tata models like the Curve V and Altroz 2025.
Alright, so on the first looks of it, when you sit inside the cabin, it's quite spacious. Of course, it's an EV, so there's no engine as such. So you get a flat lower base to sit on, which is very comfortable. Tata has in fact ensured that the seats are pretty ventilated and pretty nice, good quality fabric they've used. And interiors, the first looks of it, you see the dual tone interiors. There's a nice checks out there, which is very premium material. The quality of plastic is also very nice. This is in fact a little bit cushiony, desk you get here, which also acts as a storehouse for the airbags. When you come to the grille, we see a little bit of chrome finishes towards the towards the end of the air vents, AC vents or the heat vents, and the very interesting panel out here when we see the panel for controlling the aircon, controlling basically the air conditioner. If you have to open the car, you can have a nice feather touch button out here. If you want to open the boot, there's a hazard light button out here, and you get a 360-degree camera but as well. But the interesting part is, of course, this infotainment system, 14 to 16 inches, nice, well settled at the center of the car. This is in fact one of the most flagship Samsung LEDs that has been given by Tata Motors to the consumers, which has a whole lot of features including the JBL modes, media access and everything. In fact, you can easily connect to Apple CarPlay or your Auto Android and easily operate the vehicle. And when I sit in the car as a driver, I mean, I get a very personalized, nice look of the car. The car feels very nice. The gear is in fact also very nice. But one more thing I should like to show you is a very interesting feature of this rotary dial out here. So you can actually change these modes. You get this snow or grass mode to drive on. You get this mud ruts to drive on. You get, in fact, if you're driving in a sand or a deserty hilly area, you can use this mode. This is the rock crawl mode, and this is the customized mode where you can actually customize your car according to the needs. So we of course are in the city, so we have turned it back to the normal mode, the custom mode and the normal mode. So when you so depending on that, when you have the the panel out here is very minimalistic. Tata Motors has ensured that you get a whole lot of things, but eventually packed into one which is very nice. You don't have a whole lot of big cluster out there. Of course, feather touch is, of course, I'm really not in happy favor to that, because we Indians do need some physical buttons to operate on. But yes, this is also quite a nice feature. To say so, you have this ample space here. You have this nice cushiony glove box here, which really supports the driver and the arm seat. So overall, a nicer looking car and a nicer looking interior. We see that not much of a difference has been done as far as the Tata Harrier that has been on the road to 2023. Not much departure has been done as far as the ICE version and the EV version is done, including the exterior and the interior. But yes, all in all, it's a similar kind of a vehicle. But yes, and I'm going to show you how really the vehicle feels while driving. So before I start driving the car, I would like to show you how interesting the key is. In fact, this is one of the most interesting part of the car, because we see it's a very a very practical and a very new kind of a key that Indian audiences will first see, Indian consumers will first see. You see, you have this lock button out here, the hold button of the car. You hold it, the car switches itself on. You have the parking mode, you can switch it on here. This is the unlock button, this is the light button, and this is of course the boot opening button that you have. And the car can actually park itself to the command of right from the key of your vehicle. So very interesting key fob given by Tata Motors for the Harrier EV. Very interesting, very new for the audience, departing from the old age tradition of having a squarish, long rectangleish kind of a key. So now let me just quickly move towards driving this car and tell you how really the vehicle performs on the road.
The electric SUV is loaded with premium features, including a 540-degree surround view camera with underbody view, Level 2 ADAS capabilities, 7 airbags, autonomous parking with summon mode, cooled storage with a sliding armrest, dual zone climate control, and a powered tailgate. Other highlights include a wireless charger, air purifier, and reverse assistance, along with safety features such as hill descent control, TPMS, AVAS, acoustic vehicle alerting system, and automatic headlights.
Alright, while driving the Harrier EV, there have been various arguments over a period of years that Tata Motors is coming out with its cars as a not a born EV, but just replacing the chassis and the engine, keeping the body roll all over the same, and just putting in a battery and rolling out an electric vehicle. But this is a very unusual and a very nice departure from this commentary and logic that Tata Motors is not giving you a born EV. Agreed that the car is the same, the exterior interiors are almost similar, but you cannot not say that the car is not a born EV. This is a EV, a typical EV that one can get. I'll tell you why. Because when you drive this car, the suspension, the command, and of course the power that the battery generates is fantastic. I've been driving it over close to about 80 to 100 odd kilometers on bad surfaces, bad roads filled with potholes, and now I'm on a national highway. I can tell you the car performs excellent when it comes to handling the vehicle. The steering and the pedals respond excellent to how the driver wants to drive the vehicle. It doesn't really creates its own mind, in fact deters its own intelligence while driving the car. So it's a very steady vehicle. It's a good electric vehicle to drive. There are no really complaints. The noise, vibration, harshness that usually an ICE vehicle really troubles you, electric vehicles also have those issues when you drive a hybrid or probably a lower end EV, but this gives you a very creamier, nicer driving experience. You will not complain about a Tata car having issues with an electric vehicle creating some kind of a noise that usually Tata Motors had a legacy issues with. So all in all, a very pretty decent drive. About 100 odd kilometers we have driven on the national highways, on city roads filled with potholes. The suspension has been really fine tuned. In fact, it's much better than what the Harrier ICE version has to offer. And of course, the drive quality of the steering, well cushioned steering wheel, well cushioned handling of the car, and really no complaints with the two battery options that you get, 65 and 75. And the range, as of now, we have driven close to about 100 odd kilometers, which has consumed really about 10 to 15% of the battery. We are still at about 88% of the battery with about 400 kilometers of range driving steadily. So all in all, there's no really complaint on the range factor, because a 65 to or a 75 kilowatt hour battery really will have to work up when comes out in the real world. So for every consumer, the electric vehicle really differs. So all in all, a very decent opinion about the Harrier EV. Really no complaints. The car performs really well. But yes, there could have been more of physical buttons out here to help the consumers out, as I had mentioned earlier. So all in all, a pretty decent car. You must go for it if you're looking for a car for 24 to 30 lakh range. You remember Mahindra BE6 and BE9 are in the range of this vehicle as well. Kia Carens has also in fact launched this EV version. So all in all, a very decent and a very good car to have and own.
With its powerful drivetrain, long-range capabilities and segment-leading features, the Tata Harrier EV takes aim at rivals like the Mahindra XUV E9 and BYD Atto 3, establishing itself as a serious contender in the premium electric SUV space.